guys, David Patrick Green, davidpatrickgreen.com, hackhollywood.com, actorpower.com. All right, as I mentioned in a previous video, the link of which I will include in the notes section, I'm going to be doing this video for you, to help you. So what this video is about is how to meet more casting directors and to get those casting directors to fall in love with you. Doesn't that sound fantastic, having casting directors fall in love with you and knowing more and more of them? Okay, so how do you do that? Well, the trick is the same way you get anyone else to get to know you and fall in love with you, and that is to help them out. Now, what could you possibly do for a casting director? Well, what could you possibly do for anyone? What you need to do is figure out what you can do. Like, what are your capabilities? What is the list of things that you are essentially half decent to an expert at that they may do at a casting director's office? Because, look, you can absolutely help them as an actor, and I highly suggest you let them know that you can help them as an actor. The problem is, they're not always casting for people exactly like you. And if you just show up at their offices and say, hey, I'd like to help you out by being an actor because I'm really talented, they may say, great, what can you do that we are casting right now? And you may say, I don't even know what you're casting, so therefore I couldn't really tell you exactly how I could help you. And so basically it's a missed opportunity. It's still a great opportunity just to even say hello to someone, because the first time you meet them means that you know them forever. So I highly recommend you meet them any way you can. But here's how you can really help them and get them to fall in love with you. Figure out what they might do at a casting director's office that you can do. And ideally, what can you do you can do better than almost anyone else? Now, it may not be that you have a PhD training level in anything in particular. It may just be that you will put in the most effort. Maybe you'll put the most time in. Maybe you're just the most creative at doing something very simple. Like if you were going to say, you know what, I'm really good at taking the garbage out. But maybe you do an amazing job with taking the garbage out. Like maybe after you have dumped someone's garbage, maybe you spray a little air freshener in their garbage pail. So when you bring it back, rather than smelling like garbage or nothing at all, it smells like a fresh scent. I mean, imagine that. It's so creative. And who would ever think to do that? Nobody. I just thought of it right now. So maybe if I was going to go help a casting director, which I may well do, that might be something I do. A simple little task, make it meaningful and make it better. So look, what I suggest is you create a long list of everything you possibly can do. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to fall in line with what you think they may do at the office, because I bet you won't actually be able to guess everything they do at the office. But create that list and maybe assign a rank of 5 to 10. If you can't do something at a 5 level or above, then you probably shouldn't offer to do it. Like if you make terrible coffee, don't offer to make them coffee. I'm not sure how you would make terrible coffee, because all you do is add coffee to water, basically. And if it's espresso, you run water through the espresso grinds. So I don't know, it's pretty straightforward stuff. So I don't know how people say they make bad coffee, but some people seem to manage to do it. So don't offer to make coffee if you make bad coffee, however you manage to do it. Anyway, so you get that list of things. And if you want, print it on plastic or something like that, because then it's really kind of fun and cool. And then you just go to a casting director's office and say, hey, I want to help out. And they'll go, we don't really need any help, or we're full. You go, well, you know what? I do a few unique things that you guys probably need done, and I do them a lot better than anybody else. So why don't you take a look? And they may say, well, why don't you leave your resume and your picture? And you go, well, I only have one copy of this list that I made, and it's on plastic laminate, right? And then you could have a little picture of yourself and your name. And show them and make them look at the list while you're there. This is really important. You don't want to drop things off for people because then you don't know if they're ever going to look at it. And then what do? Keep calling and saying, hey, did you look at that list? Oh, no, sorry. I'll get back to that tomorrow. Trust me, they'll never do it. Even my clients who I coach privately, who I give them amazing suggestions, a lot of them just go, I say, what did you do to follow up? Well, I sent them an email. I said, does it have a deadline when they should get back to you by? And then they agreed to that deadline. Oh no, I just didn't want to be pushy. Well, if they don't get back to you, don't be surprised. So look, guys, just make them look at it right there in front of you and see what lights their eyes up. They'll be looking down the list. And you can go, oh, what did you think was interesting there? Well, the fact that, you spray air freshener in your garbage when you take out the garbage, that's pretty cool. Never heard of that one. You speak Spanish, that's pretty cool. Maybe, we do Spanish auditions here sometimes, so that could be really handy. So you never know what it is that you can do that might be useful to them. So create a list, make it relevant, sort of. You don't want to get all crazy like I can ride a horse. There's probably not going to be much call for that in the casting office. And then just go to them and offer to help. And look, if they say no the first time, see if you can get an idea why they say no. And if it's not like no forever, or no because you smell, or no because you were really rude, or whatever, then say, well, hey, maybe I'll come back next week. Maybe your needs will have changed. And even if they say, no, that's okay, don't bother, come back anyway. And say, hey, remember me? Because guess what? Even if they never let you into the office to help out, the fact that you've gone back and said hello a few times will absolutely help to develop a relationship with those people. And look, if you're charming and nice and kind, then you're going to work your way into their hearts. And eventually they may say, hey, you know what? As it turns out, we could use somebody to do whatever it is. And before you know it, you'll be in there helping out, building the relationship, and they will fall in love with you, which was what the original purpose of this whole video was, right? How to meet casting directors and get them to fall in love with you. But remember, it's not just about the casting director, it's about everybody in that office. Treat everybody like they're the most important person in the world, because they are the most important person in the world, because they are the ones between you and the casting director, and between you and potentially your next acting job. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you liked it. I don't know why I feel like I'm talking differently today, but whatever. I'm kind of a person of many moods and many behaviors, so whatever. Yeah, if you liked it, give me the thumbs up. Ask me a question, write a comment. I love to hear from you guys. And even though I hear from you quite a bit, I want to hear from you more. So just say something. Doesn't matter. Did you like it? Anyway, and if you want more of these videos, subscribe and click on that bell thing so you get notifications. And that's it. We'll talk to you soon.